What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Why do I feel like I'm like short or something? Anyway, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe down below. I miss y'all. I've been kind of busy. If I look rough, it's because that's how I feel. Okay, it's Friday. Anyhow, I miss y'all. I have some dates coming up if y'all interested. I got some pop-up happy hours that I got going on for Stella Bistro Foods. Make sure y'all go over there to my secondary channel. Go ahead and subscribe for me. I'm going to be putting some new stuff up there coming soon. I got some good stuff coming up for y'all. Editing is when you got to do it all yourself. So just I'm not gonna say deal with me, but just understand my work ethic. I work smarter, not harder. Okay, so you know, certain things gonna drop and y'all gonna be like, oh my god. That's why y'all never see me. I'm always working. But needless to say, I am glad to be back. I miss the treehouse. Yes, I do. I miss the treehouse. I really do. But you know, duty calls when duty calls. Now, I will let y'all in on a little story. Another reason why I've been MIA for 3 of those days is because my pet child is in them terrible twos. Okay, my pet child just, you know, think just because he found his voice, he think I forgot where the animal shelter was. He's still here, but you know, I had to put him in the hole. I had to put him on solitary confinement for 3 days. 3 days. One for the spirit, the Father, and the Holy, whatchamacallit. So, you know, I don't mean no harm, but, child, I'm tired. But, you know, sometimes, even pets, they get out of turn sometimes. And you got to let them realize, like, look, unless you got thumbs that you grow and, you know, they go away. When I wake up in the morning, I don't see you around here getting your own kibbles and bits. So you need me just as much as I would love to continue to feel that, you know, there's a necessity for you too. So don't get it twisted. You know, we ain't supposed to be in here mistreating each other. So yeah, we had to go on lockdown. That's one good thing I like about the country. In the country, you ain't really got too many places to run. So you might as well go ahead and sit in that damn house and deal with it. So, you know, we had to come to some understandings. You know, I don't mind you getting to know your voice. See, I'm not like my parents. I'm cool with you having your own voice. But what you will lose your vocal cords for and your pet insurance is if you go against the wisdom that I have to tell you, you walking a very fine line. Fine as dental floss. And people that know of me know I have no problem being nice. But when I just start to feel as if like you just doing the utmost and I ain't even do nothing to you, alright. So that's pretty much what happened there. I had to be a correctional officer for 3 days. It about wore me out. I saw 13 hours into his punishment. He knew he was not going to be able to take it. Child, by the time he walked up out of here, his ball sack was so full, he looked like he could barely walk. But that's what happens. That's what happens. You know, if you can't do the crime, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. So watch your mouth. Okay, cause see, I pop pet children just like real children. What you talking to? So anyhow, so yeah, we back on one accord. He's been good for the last couple of days. He ain't go back outside. Let me see. He was penalized on Sunday. I ain't release him until Wednesday, and today's Friday. So he's enjoying his time. I think he understands the straight and narrow. So needless to say, now that I got my child in order, my house is in order, let's get to talking about this tea talk. Get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you sipping on, get it and bring it close. Now, this tea talk topic came in a form of, I was at the grocery store. I was just pretty much just running errands, and I so happened to literally hear the store manager at this store, like halfway in the store. I was like at least 3 or 4 hours over. And so she, I guess, was having a conversation with her district manager or her regional. And so pretty much an employee came to work, said there was an issue at home. She went home to rectify the issue, but then she never came back to work. And the manager was pretty much kind of like, well, you know, we can't, as managers, being in a managerial position, we can't do what these associates do as far as just walk off the clock and just take a swallow and not think about it and walk off. Like, you know, she was explaining like she had some grievances in her family, all at the same time of why she had to be at work. And she just didn't see the fairness in the idea of, you know, you can think less of your position, but you think highly of mine enough where you hope I keep you around, but you're not coming to work doing your job. Okay, well, we need to have a conversation about this. Okay, this is why it's called open registration, because I'm about to tell you some things that have helped me along the way when it comes to these. See, y'all got me stuttering. These open registrations. Okay, it's just like when I was in school, when I was in college. You know, you have this time period where you can sign up for these classes, you can drop these classes by this time, and then you can stay in these classes before it affects your transcripts and your financial aid, whatever. Within all of that, you have to understand what open registration does. It's not high school. It's not middle school where you're able to pick your electives and your core classes are scheduled accordingly. It don't work like that. Okay? When it comes down to, you know, like I had to tell her, when it comes down to her making that move and you knowing better, it's because you're a teacher. You're not a student. Okay, now knowing the fact that that's the path that she's going to take, maybe because, you know, she's a little young and naive and she probably thinks she can just go next door to the other store and get another job, and it's that easy. You don't think that way. You've been through hell and high water to appreciate what you have, regardless of whatever the aftermath or the chaos was. You know, no disrespect. But you see the level and the value in what you see to be a necessity and priority for you to be able to live your life is not the same as hers. Now, I really wanted to let her know, girl, you should have known when she said something was happening soon as she got to work, she won't come back. I mean, it is what it is. She didn't want to come to work 9 times out of 10. She didn't want to get a doctor's note. And sadly, she used her children to get out of it. But at the end of the day, you can't help those type of people. This is why it's called open registration. Let me break it down for you, okay? Because I hope none of my tea talkers, I hope none of y'all out here think you gonna get all the alphabet letters in a can of soup. I hope not. Because when it comes down to open registration, I'm going to tell you exactly why. So this goes for job fairs. This goes for people. You know, I know some people who keep a lot of people around them only because they know they dwindle off. That's sad. You having an open trial for friendships? No. But anyhow, let me go ahead. Like I said, like I told her, I said, you know, y'all doing these job fairs and stuff, y'all getting all these people, and you upset because one fly dropped out of all of them, just one out of that cattle call. You upset. This is what happens when y'all hire. Last time I checked, the reason why a lot of employers hire so many people at one time is because the turnover rate. All right. I remember when I was working in the kitchen and literally I was doing a 5-man station, doing 95%, if not 85% of the menu single-handedly. Okay. Whereas it took 4 people to run a 2-person station, think about it, in the front. So it's kind of just like, I will go into work and I will see all these new faces in the back of my head. First of all, I'm not about to train nobody who you trying to get me up out of here with. You know what I'm saying? I know that's selfish, but at the end of the day, that's not my job. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be damned if I train someone to haul off and try to be, you know, trying to come into my lane. No, I'll file your ass, okay, real quick. So you have to understand, when it comes down to these big old job fairs and, you know, people start to do the suspected, people are upset. Don't be upset. If anything, think of it like this. When you go and you hire in those big ass mass quantities like that, you should already expect that you're going to see different outcomes from different people. Okay? You don't have one person, one human person with 1,000 names show up for one job. No, you have multiple people with different names, social security numbers, 2 hands, 2 feet, whatever the case may be, to come in. You got to understand, at some point there's going to be a reason why their time is going to cease, expire, terminate, etc. But how hard she was grieving about the situation, I could understand where she was coming from, especially if you're already short-staffed. You're not the governor. You're not the Senate. You're not the president. You can't change it. You got to deal with it. I get it. But this is when working smarter, not harder comes in, you know. But at the same time, like I told her, you are a teacher. That's a student. She failed. Move on. At the end of the day, those big ass cattle calls, those open calls, those open job, whatchamacallits they be doing, all that is doing is calling everybody. And whoever can fit and survive the longest, those are the people who going to stay in the game. Instead of harping about the people who can't stay in the game, we need to put our eyes on the fact of who can. Okay? A lot of people can sit out here and say, yeah, I can work Saturdays and don't work a damn Saturday the whole entire time they working there. But then haul off and get mad because it's like, well, you got to work a Sunday or Saturday. I don't want to work a Sunday. Well, you have to. Otherwise, you're going to lose your job. It's that simple. It is that simple. Okay? When people, like I told her, when people sign up and they come in here and they want their job, you know, you got to tell them, my emotions are in my emotions are in your benefits. Well, what's the benefits? There is none. All right? So you come in, you work your shift, you clock out, do whatever. That's it. No more, no less. It's not hard. But when people feel like, you know, what's that word? You know, it's just like there's some people out here that just put too many bets on the wrong people when it comes to work ethic and getting things done. Okay, it's kind of like they blindly put their faith in, you know, people that are new to their training and new to the job position versus you looking at those good old faithfuls that have been there, that have worked the whole year, so they do deserve to have a vacation. Those type of things. It's like you harping about the wrong things. Like open registration for anything, it's just straight up hidden pressure. Okay, it's hidden pressure because at some point the pressure is going to be what has people tap out. Amen. So if you know you're going to do a mass job fair, you know you're going to do a mass, you know, hiring, but one person falls out and doesn't want to complete what they sign up for, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. The registration told them, prepared them, in very articulate words, may I not? Letting them know, like, look, there's going to be some pressure in this position, okay? You can't come to work in PJs. Put some clothes on. You can't come rolling up in here whenever you want. We not on quarantine like that anymore, depending, okay? You can't come in here and just take snacks off the damn aisle and just walk up and down and snack and munch. No, you got to pay for them, okay? And you got to get back to work after your break. But when you don't specify, which is what I think happened, when you don't specify how much someone is going to have to do to be able to be employed, like that's the thing, they making qualifications so dirt dry easy for you to get the job, and then when you get into the job, you get into the position, it's like, oh hell no, I'm not about to do all this, I ain't signed up for all of this, but you put your name. Your name down though. I hope you don't think the whole alphabet is in a can of soup. I hope not. I hope not. So I implore my brothers and sisters, my kings, my queens, my emperors, my empresses, to think logically when you go into certain things. Now, I do feel for the lady because as, as a sibling who lost a sibling due to murder and violence, I could understand how hard it is to be in 2-3 different places at one time. I've done it multiple times. It's hard. You kind of have to pick a spot and just bear whatever comes your way. But that doesn't mean you have to thank open registrations because people disqualify themselves. I talk about this all the time. People disqualify themselves. So if you're going to do majority of the work for me to see you're not worth the tax credit, I'm not even going to worry about hiring you. And like I told her, you also have to think of it like this too. You can't sit here and say you don't have an idea of what will be a strong candidate to work here because you already have a blueprint. One of the other ladies I worked at this place, so sweet, so nice. She works hard. Okay, she has to be taking a vitamin E every night because the skin is glowing, and regardless of whatever ailment she may have, she out here busting it down. Shouts out to Miss Kathy. So, I think like it's all in your thinking. Like if you know you're going to have different walks of life come to you and, ask for a product or a service or a relationship or a favor or for you to be their friend, there has to be some overstanding when you sign up. The prerequisite is it ain't can you work, it's will you work. It's not a thing of a prerequisite being like we'll create boundaries as we go and build our friendship. No, I have my own personal boundaries, and as we build our friendship, we will figure out boundaries within our relationship, our friendship, so that way we both can be able to coexist and not dare to pull each other's hair out. All right. It's the same thing when it comes down to, auditions. Trust me when I tell you, you'll find out real soon on my channels that when it comes down to auditions, some people don't even get out the psychological aspect of the interview, because between the taking blood, well, especially for the cooking competitions I'm doing, they got to take blood, then they got to have you go through a psych vow, and I'm telling y'all, I've been gone for a lot of reasons, okay? Not just sitting around here disciplining my child. So it's a lot. But a lot of people, as this conversation came to me, it's like a double confirmation. It's like, yo, you get up underneath them lights and them cameras, not a lot of people are going to be able to understand what you need to bring before you turn them damn cameras on. And a lot of people don't know what it is that you really got to bring other than your damn form of ID and a pen. And a voided check, if you have that, to get a job. It takes consistency. It takes persistency. It takes effort. Okay? It takes thinking. It takes reading. And if you sign these people, or if you approve these people that have signed up and they don't have the prerequisites, homegirl walking out on you, that's your fault. Y'all like my cup? That's your fault. Especially if you did not check her off as approved for what you think she should have to be able to do the job effectively. I don't think she did. And I honestly feel like the girl that just probably didn't want to come to work. So, like I told her, it gave her a little something different to look at, because I don't like it. I don't even like being emotional, I don't. So, but at the same time, I still have feelings. I'm still a human being. I still have color in my eyes. So I have to be mindful that just because I can be kind of standoffish with dealing with things, that's my way of dealing with things. It's not everybody else's. So I felt for her. It just helped me realize I'm not the only one that has gone through that type of trauma and grief. But at the same time, like I told her, houses with good structure That roof can come off, honey. That shingle could come off. But them bones is what's going, them strong bones is what's going to keep them grounded. And you strong enough to see what's wrong and what and how she acted and moved. That's because you're a teacher. And if she don't want to learn, then she will never get it. She will never understand it until it's either too late or she wakes up. But now you know what you can't deal with, what you can't tolerate. So you gonna think the open registration or not. You mad because you gotta fire her, but I mean, it's no stress for you. Like, she's gonna be needing the employment. You still have employment. Look beyond the situation and circumstance, okay? Change your plan, but don't change the goal. You still standing, the store's still open, y'all still making money, y'all still working it out. Tomorrow's a new day. When y'all close at 8, lock that door, run to your car, swan dive into your car. But when you go home, leave those issues about that open registration in that parking lot. Because you're going to have the same fight come tomorrow. And at some point, either this fight got to be help you do things easier, or you gonna work harder. It's up to you. So we prayed and went our separate ways. I went home. It is what it is. But y'all tell me, do y'all feel as if like it should be something to put extra consideration into, thinking into, regardless if it's a friendship, a relationship, a job, you name it. I just feel as if like when you know where your bar is set and you understand what you need to help something stay off your plate versus it keep trying to trackle back onto yours, you got to let it be known, like, look, you got to come to work. You got to come to work, and you got to be willing to come to work. Like, I don't care what you need to think about that's terrible to make you feel grateful that you're here, but do it. Again, my emotions is in your benefits package. Well, where is my benefits? There is none. So I'm telling you the best thing next to that, okay? Next to that plan. And like I said, I don't know what you got to think about, what you got to go through, Lord Jesus. But just, you know, make it so that you're thankful for being here. That's all. That between that and you being able to do the simple things that I'm going to show you and what you learn in training. You know, so I don't know, maybe I'm just a little different. Y'all let me know. I'm pretty sure people, when y'all get to know each other, y'all be real quick to sit there and be like, so what kind of things do you like? What kind of things that you don't? If someone says they don't like squid, I'm pretty sure you ain't gonna bring them no calamari for a dinner plate. You know, it's like you're creating that boundary by making it open and known. Like, look, let this register. I'm saying this openly and let this register, okay? I don't like squid. I don't like lazy people. I don't like streetwalkers. A, B, C, D, F, G. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Now, they bring you across these things when you know damn well, and Skippy, you said that these things are on the list of things that you don't deal with, fuck with, etc. You deserve to drop that person from the class. They weren't paying attention. They don't deserve to go back through the pre-course, because then you're pretty much cheating at that point. You're the only one in there that know the answers, but you just didn't want to use them. Don't keep wasting your money. But anywho, that's how I feel about today's topic of Tea Talk, okay? So, you know, don't get in your feelings about things around you seeming to dominate what you got going on. Understand that things that's going on around you about to dominate. So, be sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below. I am 20 minutes past my pet child's dinner time, so I gotta go feed him. And until then, I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.